Welcome back to the Tahoe Real Estate Show. Today we have with us Jennifer Self from the Tahoe Regional Planning Agency, also known as the TRPA. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, you know, as a local real estate professional, I can tell you that you better get to learn a lot about the TRPA and the people that work there, because you are basically our lifeline, who we have to go to get information. And I know today we're going to talk a little bit about development rights. Isn't that correct?
That is, yeah, absolutely. You know, up here in Tahoe, there's a few other considerations to take into play of where and how you can build up here. And so it's a really important conversation to have about development rights.
Yes, it's always interesting trying to explain how coverage works with people that are just coming up to Tahoe, and they don't really understand that we want to keep our lake beautiful and crystal clear. And so the TRPA helps us kind of regulate what you can do and how you can do things. So what is the first step to find out about what your development rights are when you purchase a property?
Sure, yeah, absolutely. And you're spot on. The regulations and rules that we have in place at TRPA is all about saving the lake. And if you're familiar with building in other cities and towns across the country, they have things like zoning and density and things like that. And we have that too. But there's two other layers, and that is coverage and development rights. And development rights are really important to understand because these are units that you have to acquire before you build a property. And it's also assets. Development rights have monetary value for your property. So these are commercial floor area, tourist accommodation units, and also residential units of use.
You know, it's a lot of times when people are looking at empty lots and there's not a lot of coverage or amount of square footage that they can build on, we talk about the fact that they can purchase some of these development rights. If you would tell us how that works and how you can transfer them, like you said, it's an asset as well.
That's absolutely right. So you have a vacant lot or maybe a lot that you want to redevelop. It has something there already. The first step is to understand what you already have, and that's a verification through TRPA. So you may actually have development rights associated with the property, and you don't need to go out and get them. But in the event that you do need additional development rights, say maybe you're remodeling some space above your shop and you want to put in some apartments, or maybe it's a brand new house, you're going to need those development rights. And so you can either get those through the local building department. They have a small pool of development rights for you, or you could actually transfer those from another property. And so that's an option as well. And a lot of time, private property owners want to go that route because it helps to streamline things, where they don't have to necessarily wait in line at the local building department. They can go out and transfer development rights from another property. Another big thing to keep in mind is, especially if you're looking at residential, if you want to deed restrict it to certain income levels, we'll give you the development rights free of charge. So that can be a great option.
Well, thank you very much for joining us. It's always great to make sure that we have the information that we need in order to keep our lake beautiful. And we'll be right back to the Tahoe Real Estate Show after these messages.